If someone handed you $4 million and told you to buy one car, what would you pick? For most people, the answer would be a Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport, a hand-built, 1,500 horsepower ballistic missile wrapped in carbon fiber and French prestige. Now imagine buying one that had been totaled, watching the manufacturer try to erase it from existence, and then fixing it anyway in your garden shed. That's exactly what happened. And it broke the internet. When Matt Armstrong pulled a salt-crusted, crumpled Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport out of a Florida storage garage, he didn't just buy a salvage car. He walked into a fight with the most exclusive automotive brand on the planet. This isn't your standard, "I fixed a crashed supercar" story. This is a direct collision between a self-taught mechanic from Leicester, England, and a billion-dollar fortress in Mulhouse, France, where the idea of an uncertified human touching a W16 engine is treated as something close to a criminal offense. Bugatti's response to the project was swift, surgical, and designed to be permanent. They didn't just decline to sell replacement parts. They blacklisted the car's VIN entirely. That's a digital death sentence. With a single database entry, Bugatti ensured that no authorized dealership anywhere on Earth could sell Matt so much as a replacement wiper blade. The official logic was clear. A Chiron Pure Sport travels at 260 miles per hour. At those speeds, an improperly repaired carbon fiber monocoque or a misaligned airbag isn't just a warranty issue. It's a fatality waiting to happen. But Bugatti's move didn't stop the project. It made it the most watched automotive series on YouTube. The confrontation escalated when Mate Rimac, CEO of Bugatti Rimac and one of the most respected engineers in the hypercar world, chose to address the situation personally, not through a legal team, but directly on social media. Rimac walked through the engineering realities that made him nervous. One example stood out above all others. During cold weather testing at -20 degrees Celsius, Bugatti's engineers discovered that the leather on the dashboard could stiffen enough to deflect an inflating airbag away from the passenger's head and into their chest. The fix requires a proprietary process of thinning the leather from the inside, something that cannot be replicated in a private workshop. Rimac's point wasn't arrogance. It was physics. He also addressed the viral claims about Bugatti's parts pricing, clarifying that while a headlight does cost around £60,000, that figure reflects tens of millions in research and development, not corporate greed. His offer to help was genuine. A heavily discounted factory repair, rumored to be in the region of £600,000 to £700,000, with the car shipped to Mulhouse for a certified rebuild. It was a peace treaty dressed as a quote. Matt and the car's owner, Alex G., turned it down, because a car quietly fixed in France by men in white coats is a press release. A totaled Bugatti dragged back from the dead in a British workshop, with 6 million people watching, is history. Bugatti's technical blockade was designed to be insurmountable. By locking the car's VIN and withholding the proprietary software required to communicate with the engine control units, they expected the Chiron to remain a very expensive, very heavy piece of sculpture. What they didn't account for was Matt Armstrong with a 3D scanner. When the aluminium gearbox mounts were found to have been ripped completely free from the transmission housing, damage Bugatti classified as a total loss, Matt's team didn't order a replacement. They scanned the shattered components, converted the data into a CAD model, and had bespoke structural parts CNC machined from scratch. It was a digital jailbreak of a £4 million car. Then came the parts bin discovery that Bugatti's marketing department would rather you never knew about. As Matt worked deeper into the car, he found that several sensors, the starter motor, and elements of the airbag system shared part numbers, or at least the same basic architecture, with components found in standard Volkswagen Group vehicles. Audi, Jetta, everyday cars. By cross-referencing those part numbers, he sourced functional replacements at a fraction of the blacklisted Bugatti price. Rimac had famously stated that the Chiron's chassis could only be separated into its two halves using proprietary jigs at one of just 2 facilities in the world. Matt's response was to roll a dolly, the kind typically sold for moving rubbish bins, under the drivetrain and have his dad hold a floor jack. The million-pound powertrain separated cleanly from the cabin. The 2 locations on Earth myth died on a workshop floor in Leicestershire. On the 9th of March 2026, after weeks of corporate obstruction, custom fabrication, and relentless public pressure, Matt climbed into the carbon fiber cockpit of a car that the world's most powerful hypercar CEO had declared irreparable. The W16 engine started. It didn't cough or splutter, roared, loud, raw, and completely unauthorized. The sound echoed across every social media platform on the planet within hours. Rimac's Counterstrike had failed. The blacklist had failed. The myth of the untouchable hypercar had failed. It would be easy to reduce this story to David versus Goliath, shed builder versus billionaire. But the real stakes run deeper than one car and one YouTube channel. Bugatti's position is not unreasonable. They are a company legally and ethically bound to their own engineering standards. 500 people paid full price for a Chiron because they were promised the safest, most refined machine ever built. Every publicly documented shortcut taken on a salvage example, every welded housing, every cross-reference VW part, chips away at that promise. For Mulhouse, Matt Armstrong isn't a folk hero. He's a liability risk driving at 200 miles per hour. But Bugatti made a strategic miscalculation. By treating the car's owner as a custodian rather than an owner, and by attempting to digitally erase a vehicle from existence rather than engage transparently, they handed Matt the most powerful narrative in modern car culture. The story was no longer, "Can he fix it?" It became, "Why won't they let him?" In the court of public opinion, that question has only one answer. And it isn't the one Bugatti wanted. Matt Armstrong didn't arrive at this fight overnight. He built his reputation and his 6 million subscriber channel by doing the thing that premium brands spend fortunes trying to prevent, showing people what's actually inside the cars. He started with crashed Lamborghinis, then a flood-damaged Rolls-Royce, a wrecked Porsche GT3 RS. Each project followed the same formula. Buy the wreck that the industry wants crushed, fix it with grit and ingenuity, and broadcast every honest, terrifying, occasionally hilarious moment to the world. His father, Tony Armstrong, known to the community as Dad Strong, has been alongside him for most of it. The mechanical intuition Matt displays didn't come from a trade school. It came from a grease-stained garage floor in the East Midlands. His brand, HWBT, Hard Work Beats Talent, is not just a merchandise line. It is a genuinely accurate description of how everything he has built came to exist. As of mid-March 2026, the Chiron Pure Sport runs. Whether it will ever return to Bugatti's service network is irrelevant, it won't. Whether it will ever be invited to a concours d'elegance is equally irrelevant, it won't be. In Bugatti's internal systems, this car will carry a salvage designation for as long as those systems exist. But in the world outside Mulhouse, the calculus is different. A Matt Armstrong Bugatti, documented, transparent, rebuilt against the explicit wishes of its manufacturer, may carry more cultural value than a factory-perfect example. It is a physical record of one of the most watched engineering stories of the decade. Mate Rimac has left the door slightly open. He has acknowledged the scale of what Matt accomplished, even while maintaining that the car remains a safety unknown. The future of this particular rivalry may not end in litigation. It may end in something more uncomfortable for both sides, a grudging mutual respect. What the roaring W16 proved on March 9th isn't that Bugatti's engineering is overrated. It's the opposite. It's so good that even a heavily crashed, blacklisted, workshop rebuilt example can be coaxed back to life by a determined man who simply refused to be told no. Impossible, it turns out, was always just a corporate opinion.